You know, it's however you feel, but you just have to fit it between that space, that little space that you got, which is one. You know, one. You know, one. And then you would try to fit your different notes, but you felt in between it, like, you know, and that's the funk. You know, you know, and you can change that. You know, and that's the funk. And you can change that.
True essence of the funk is the power of the one. It's the power of the one. You know this funk has just begun. You can lean on me, let your mind be free. Light shall not won't die. But I need the funk, baby. Benson, hit back. essence of the funk is the power of the one, Bob. One!
You're going to be down there, honey. What up, what up, what up, what up? Live from the Funkateers ball number 9. Yeah, here we are getting down. We ain't going to be coming up for air today. Everybody in the house that's in the house here, and we doing it in the way that we're going to do it. Oh, boy, I don't even know where to begin. So many things have happened. So much has been going on. Here we are in Bethesda today. It's Funkateers ball weekend. We got a lot of special guests that's going to be popping on today. And we're going to be giving y'all a preview of what we deview about this funk that we do. So we got the Funkateers All-Star Band that's going to be kicking it. I know we had last night P-Funk Radio, and they was down here doing their thing with Keith Jackson and the crew. I did see a special guest outside today earlier, but I can't really tell you who that is. But I'm sure I'm going to try to get him on, and I know he's going to be, popping in and out, beaming in and out. We got Earthbound Creatures. We got Chris Smith is here. We got Jackie and Tony Cam is here. We got the amazing DNA Funk, none other than Shirley Clinton is in the house, and a host of others. This is Funk from the Front Seat right here on 9 on the Grind TV, coming to you live. Like I said, I'm so anxious to be back in a lot of different ways, and we'll get all into that, but that ain't the time or the place right now. I do know we got some special guests standing by. I do know we got my space brother, none other than a brother from another mothership. Chris Schmidt is in the house. Yo, Chris, what's up, bro? What's up, bro?
What's up? Excited to be here for this.
Good. And also, real quick, before I get started, not to mention my co-producer today, Mr. Dr. David Bruckenstein is in the house, and my producer back up in Virginia, back in North Carolina, where I actually live at now, Mr. Mark Lee is in the house doing all our production. I'm so excited. I haven't been back in like a month, so I'm anxious and I'm happy. But Chris, man, so what's going on, bro?
Trying to keep a funk alive, man. That's it.
That's what's up, man.
Trying to keep that candle burning.
Yeah, man. What you been doing this past summer? I know you did some things with us, and what else have you been up to, man? Besides getting ready for this?
Lots of different bands. Started a new project as a copacetic, so kind of writing kind of mashups and everything. Trying to get back to writing and putting all the things together, not just covering music, but
yeah. That's what's up, man. I know you and I was just talking earlier, man, about something that kind of hit home for me, and I'll let you share that in a minute about persevering through things. But you're one of the brothers that I know, man. Like when the funk calls, you always go. And that's one thing I always dug about you and really appreciate about you, bro. And it's like you live, eat, sleep, think, and personify that. How long have you really been into this whole funk thing? I know you was a sax player at one point too, but how long have you really been into this funk thing?
Oh man, I think it really hit me when I went to Woodstock '99 and I saw George live, and that's kind of like what started the whole love for that kind of music. It kind of opened my world a little bit. Right. Especially just being, at that point I was a 90s tour kid, following the Grateful Dead around. They're all about the jam, but George's about the jam too, but it's a whole different level of jam. It's that jam that kind of hits you in your soul a little bit. Yeah. Kind of when I fell in love with it. And then I was playing with some hippie bands, and then Tony saw me playing one time, and he's like, "Oh, that white boy right there, let's get him on board." So so I've been with Tony Cam since 2014.
Yeah. I know a lot of the times when I do music with you, whatever, man. I'm on stage with you. I get caught looking, right? I'm supposed to be singing a part of something, and I get caught looking at you because your whole oomph that you put into each and every note, and how you just ooze out that funk. I know, one of the persons that you mentioned that you were very much into was Bernie Worrell.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a bit about your influence. And how he influenced you when it comes to
when I play music and like when I'm covering music for other artists, man, I look for those nuances. I look for all those little tiny things that make the songs what they are, and that's what Bernie did to all the music. because it wouldn't be the same if it weren't for the string hits and all the moog hits and those bass lines and all those little things that you miss out on. He added all that. He made funk what it was today.
Yeah.
And so if you didn't put all that stuff in there, it would not be the same remotely. It would sound like a completely different song.
Yeah.
So that's what I love is those little things. Like I said, the little moments, even in music, that he added to it. And that's what I look for when I listen to the stuff. And that's what I like. That's what I like playing. Yeah, I'm as hell on stage, and I'm playing 3 keyboards. And I wish I had 4 hands sometimes, but that's what adds to the music, gets that oomph. So that's what makes funk what it is.
Yeah. It's funny because, like I said, not being a keyboard player, but being a avid, kid growing up listening to all that great music that we all had a chance to hear, man. His keyboard playing always was like a little different, like he was taking that Thelonious Monk funk thing, and you see, he was a genius to begin with.
Yep.
He was writing stuff when he was 4, 5, 6 years old, and I always give Bernie his props because a lot of people need to understand the genius behind him. And brothers like you and Danny DeBrosian and other keyboard players that continue that legacy, I know he's looking down right now, smiling, man. So that's kind of cool. So tell me, man, Funkateers Ball number 9. What do you think about number 9 now? What do you think, man? It's like amazing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I love
9 of these.
Yeah, absolutely.
9 of these, man. Yo, so any last words you want to comment or holler at somebody or give somebody a shout out or any? Oh, here's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
We were talking about something earlier, and I want you to get into a little bit about perseverance and how that kind of helped you overcome some things that you went through. That was very important. I didn't want to forget that.
Right. So I tell a lot of people, I look at life, perspective versus reality, right? So everybody's perception of life and their things is their reality based on what they've been through in life. So it takes mutual understanding to break that down between people, because breakdown is always a communication, right? And it's always about the little moments leading through life, the things we appreciate, because we lose track of that. And music is the same way. Music has and that's what Bernie added. Bernie wasn't about the big things. He was about all those little moments that create the songs. You look at the song like a journey. If it didn't have all those little moments that you enjoy along the way, it wouldn't be right. And life is the same way. You take that consideration in that. So like I told you this morning, okay, you can go on vacation, right? Well, that's the big thing. But you lose track of all the little things along the way that leads up to the end of vacation, the stops here and there, and all those tiny connection moments that you have with people, learning them and what they like and all those little things. That's what makes it what it is. Just like the music, Bernie Worrell, what he added to the whole scene. It's all those little moments. Yeah,
man. That's a beautiful metaphor and absolutely worded splendidly when it comes to perspective and everything we do in life.
It's
all about that.
It's all about empathy, man. And the breakdown in everybody is communication and the lack and the will to understand each other. Because like I said, your perspective is your reality based off of your circumstances.
Yeah.
The breakdown is the communication between people and the mutual understanding and wanting to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Without emotion, without ego, leaving all that behind. And that's the connection we make between each other. And music is the same way.
That's right, man. Yo, man, it's good chatting with you, man. I'm gonna let you go because I know you're busy. You got some things you got to do, and before we get ready for the show tonight. But there's still tickets left. You guys can still come down if you're in the area. We going live. It's gonna be all that and then some. Man. So, hey, yo, brother, I see you on the stage in a little while, man.
Much
all
love.
right, one love, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
So hanging out, and we're doing our thing over here, at the Bethesdian Hotel, which is a beautiful first-class hotel, by the way. I see who else do I got over there? Earthbound Creatures might be popping in. Y'all won't pop in? Yeah, man. We got Earthbound Creatures. They're gonna pop in, and I got a few other friends that might pop on and say hello, and Yeah. We going totally off the cuff today. I got to give a shout out to George the Funkavinci. Obviously, I couldn't make the Texas thing, surgery and all of that, but I know y'all did what y'all did down there, man, and I'm proud of you for that. And shout out to LL on the West Coast and my girl Cindy over there, K-Lane in Seattle, my dog Kevin up in Philly. My dogs that always watch the show, Eric J, and all my peeps back, in New York. I know y'all be peeping the show. My dog in Florida, Leroy, and my dogs down there, Al, Rashad, and everybody doing their thing. And I do spot Shirley Clinton. Maybe we could get her to pop on the show down there. Okay, Coco, I'll let you know. I'll come and get you. I'll send somebody for you. So we got all kinds of people up in the house today. But without further ado, some friends of mine for quite some time. I actually enjoy, this group. I'm blessed to be on stage and help them, get one of their songs and sing a song with them. And that's always like an amazing thing. I got Earthbound Creatures. So I'm going to start with the beautiful woman on my left over here. And I'll have you introduce yourself, love.
Hi, I'm Evelyn Deegan.
Yep, I'm Will Gurley.
I'm Bradley Freeman.
And you are?
Earthbound Creatures.
So listen, since the last time I seen you guys, man, what have you guys been up to? What you been doing?
You want to go first? I work at a recording studio, so I've been hanging out with bands and producing all kinds of music. Me and Tony Cam have been working on some new projects I think he's got coming up, and we've been working on this new P-Funk set list that we got to play for the show tonight. It's been our main focus for the past couple of months now.
Yeah. I enjoyed the time I spent at your studio that day. It was great.
Yeah, Zach's been there. Zach was actually on our last EP that we did for the previous P-Funk Ball in 2022, which had, Standing on the Verge on it, Red Hot Mama, Alice in My Fantasies, all that stuff. So it was awesome.
How long have you guys been really into this whole funk movement, that second and third generation of it?
Yeah, so I've always liked the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that's actually how me and Brad here got it. When we were kids, we started playing Chili Peppers music, and then when we were kids, we found out that George Clinton had produced an album with them, and so we kind of got introduced to Funkadelic kind of through them in our own way, but we didn't have to really start learning how to play any of it until Tony Cam asked us to do that Funkateers ball in 2022. I think it was the fourth one and the sixth one.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Funkateers ball 6.
Yeah.
And Michael Hampton was there. It was awesome. And so we had to really dig in and prepare for that and kind of learn how to fit in as a funk band and really, I'm the main rhythm guitar player. Brad plays bass.
I play bass.
Yeah, Evelyn's the lead singer. And so, we all have to kind of figure out how to adapt our role to what Tony Cam was wanting us to do so that when we came up here, we were as authentic as possible and we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
And just the more you get into something and the more you start to understand it and you get to see the community involvement, it really kind of pulls you in.
Yeah, and I gotta be honest, that's one of the first things that I admired about you guys, because when I first saw you guys performing, I could tell, and Tony had told me about it anyway, but I knew that you had put some time into studying the lines and playing the music and giving it that zest that it needs. And and as a young woman up front, man, as beautiful as you are, projecting that something in the audience that grabs people, I was attracted to it. I was like, yo, that's what's up. They definitely have that thing. I don't, a lot of times people say you got it, and nobody really knows what it is, but I can tell you guys got it.
That feels good.
Whatever it is, you have that. That's great, man. How many songs you playing today? How long is your set going to be?
You're 8?
Yeah, I think we're up to 8 or 9 songs. If there's some
Okay.
dead time or if we find any extra free time to jam,
We've got a few special songs lined up.
yeah, we're going to try to sneak a few extra ones in there. Ain't nobody prepared for it. We didn't even tell Tony about it. So
Hey, you know how it goes. Once we get up there, it is what it is, and it just goes where it goes. It ends where it ends up at.
Oh yeah,
That's
man.
the beauty of it. You
That's
know?
the cool thing too. Is what we really loved about it is that everybody brought us into the community like so quickly. Because the P. Funkster Jones did that video about us. I wanted to make sure I thanked him for that. Like when we put out our first demo,
Right.
he made a real nice advertisement like of him listening to it and explaining it to everybody. And Robin from P Funk Radio,
Yeah, exactly.
she's been very supportive of us and has really nice things to say. And Zach has been coming to our band practices when he can and singing with us and being part of. And Brett has been really supportive of us and bringing us into the community. As well as the Cams. Everybody loves the Cams. This time, it's only our second time coming out to one of these, and everybody has been very polite to us and receptive, and it's been just very nice. So
Hey, bro, y'all are part of the fam, so it's like we all, because that's the first time I met Tony. I didn't know him personally.
Oh,
But I
really?
met him at the Funkateers ball. That's how I met you guys. So, this is always that one year where you meet somebody that you never knew, and then, we all become like, one big, supporting act for each other, and see, I'm trying to work it out where next season I can get you guys, or I can come by you with my band, the Napier Funk Army, and we could do something. Because I always wanted to match up and do something with you guys. Because I think we would be a great match, know. So,
well, you know where we're at. We're in Virginia. That's for the people who don't know. We come from Bedford, Virginia. That's where our studio is. We do have 2 other bandmates who are on the way right now.
Right.
Here for the show.
What's the name of your studio again? Laughing Goat?
Fainting Goat Studio in Bedford, Virginia. And we put on shows there too, and we rehearse and we do all kinds of things. So if you can bring people with you, we can put on a show there just like we do up here. Everybody in the community seems to like to travel, so you guys can come to us and do it our way for a change.
Right. That's what's up. It's nice the atmosphere there in Lynchburg, even when we did Roanoke and then we did Plattsburgh. It is so warm and genuinely wholesome and loving when it comes to live music, and that's something that I kind of miss sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of places they yuppify everything and yuppie it up, and it's got to be pristine and pretty. But that ain't funk. That ain't real. That ain't the real. If funk's got to be a little messy, it's got to be a little dirty. It's got to have a little stench to it. And that's what the mountains. I was like, I love that environment, man. I love that environment.
So Tony Cam promotes a great environment because he knows everybody down there, and he makes sure to give great opportunities to all the musicians. And I'm a venue owner too, so we try to make sure that we're collaborating with other venue owners to keep the music scene really good. But just where we live, I mean, look at these 2. I got some of the best musicians around.
You do.
Great musicians everywhere. It's easy to have a great scene down there.
Yep. And I just realized I thought about where we could do something together at, because we're supposed to do the Glass House this year.
Yeah.
So So I already talked, because Tony and my manager Paula, they're working on that. So I'm gonna just say, hey, let's just do it with you guys.
I'll give you a fun fact. On the July or January 1st, the New Year's Eve party that we played at the Glass House, I think that was the first time Evelyn performed with us that night.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. And that's where we met you and Garrett
Schreiber.
Jr.
Oh, the New Year of the COVID. That was the COVID year.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So that was awesome. And that was awesome for us too, because we've gotten to meet some of the, the actual band members and stuff, and they've been very encouraging to us. Like, he pulled us aside, Garrett did, and gave us a really uplifting conversation and gave us a lot of tips and stuff. And yeah. So Gabe too, Gonzalez did the same thing. There was lots of, Shirley Clinton's right there. She's been like a band mama to us.
Yo, that's what's up. I just see the man walk in. There he is.
Well,
There he is.
Yeah.
All right, man. So I'm gonna let you guys run. We're gonna get on to a few other things, man. I'm just laughing because I'm having such a good time, and I'm just happy to be back. So it's I'm like, yo, I'm just glad to be in the mix and just watch everybody do their thing, man. But I can't wait to hit the stage with y'all. And one more time, just let everybody know, who you are and where they can find you and that kind of thing.
All right, go ahead. Tell me again.
Evelyn Deegan.
Oh, Willie Gurley.
It's Bradley Freeman, Earthbound Creatures.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what's up. All right, man. I love you. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah. We love you, Zach. You guys be safe.
All right, man. Take care of yourself.
We've been abducted.
As we continue this journey down number 1 Bimini Lane.
Yeah, in case somebody else.
See, so today's kind of cool because not only do we get to come back live for the first time, but we actually get to be at this event where, all of our friends and family are here. Totally nailed it. All of our friends and family are here, man. So it's great to actually, be a part of it. So yeah, so let's keep it moving. Oh, right, let me just run a few things right now while I can shout out P Funk Radio, you know, Gabe Gonzalez, Larry Funkster Jones, Robin Circle, the P, Philly Phil, you know, David Webb, Get on the Funk Buzz, Tony Cameron, the Funk All Stars, Hope City Music Collective, and also, you know, Afterglow 92416, Q&A Entertainment, Brooke Clagett, my Funk Angel, I seen around here somewhere, Georgia Funk Vinci, Curtis Wilcox, you know, and Patricia Dioria, Aquarius Rising Art. Thank you for all the beautiful artwork and logos that you guys always do for me. And Dr. Brookenstein for being my technical support, you know, and everybody else out there that supports the show, Cindy K. Lane, and shout out to Linda Scheider, and shout out to Donna Sneed, and, you know, all the Funkateers, you know, that continue to help do and keep this funk alive. And the Funk Convention, you was there. We're going to put up a couple of these comments really cool, too. Oh, that's right. You was there that day. That's right. You was definitely there. I remember now. But let's just run a few things here that I want to give a couple of shout outs to some media people. Just give me 1 second.
What's up, Royal Funk fans? This is Lisa Love, aka Alpha Unk Omega, coming to you from Love's Temple here in Southern California, inviting you to 9 on the Grind, Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson. This is what I want you to do for me. Tune in every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come join the meeting of minds. I guarantee soul's growth and high vibrations, not to mention the love. Keep it funky, y'all.
It's Peppermint Patty. Hello to everyone. All of our Club Funkateers all around the world. I want to say this to you. You're watching FFTFS on 9 on the Grind TV every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern to 9 a.m. Pacific. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful show it is. And it's with our Club Funkateer, who? Zach, on the 9. Zach is the vice president of the Club Funkateers. So we lift him up every day, and we thank him for keeping the funk alive. All right, go ahead. Let's do it, number 9, Peppermint Patty.
Hey fam, what's goody good? What's really good? My name is Jeff Roberson from the gospel group called Jeff Roberson and New Life. And I'm coming to you from the town that we had to name it twice. It's so nice. New York, New York. And I'm bringing you some news about my brother from another mother, Brother Zach, who's bringing you his hot new show called Funk from the Front Seat. Listen, he's bringing you funk from the vault, from the past, from the present, and into the future. He's got that music that makes the hair on the back of your neck rise up. He's bringing you funk all the way down to your toes. This is that funk that makes you really want to groove. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial as he brings you funk from the front seat. Listen, let's go!
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guests, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Check him out.
Yeah. So getting back to it, those are a couple of people that always support the show. I just met another brother that I definitely have to know, Cal Funky, and he wrote up here with this one of the secrets of today, because I know my man Gabe is in the house. He's been spotted. He's been somewhere. So, you know, we're going to make sure if we can zoom him up, and I know he's going to be around all day, and I did get a chance to say hello to him and shout out, you know, and meet him earlier this morning. So that was like mad cool. Crystal, you want to jump on? You doing anything? My other friend, Crystal. At the production end down there. There you go. And then I got Cal Funky, right? Funkula. Cal Funkula. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. See, I never actually met you, but I follow you on, you know, of course, social media. Funkular. See that? That makes more sense now. All right. Right now, who else we got? Oh, okay. My friend Crystal, and she's a true funk soldier, and makes all kinds of beautiful things for people, myself included. So introduce yourself, Crystal. And she's my Aries sister, by the way. So.
Yeah, we got to keep the funk and Aries alive. We got so many. My name's Crystal Ainge. I have been with P-Funk and as a Funkateer for as long as I can remember, coming from DC. And then when I was younger, I got to meet the whole crew, and then I've just been on board with them. I got to have fun with Belita Woods and just everybody. And then I do my artwork. My son's 28 now, and I've been helping out with my folks as well, because family is really, really important. So go love your mom and your dad. But I've been making spirit medicine animals. I also have a great project I've been doing in resin. And it's a skull, and then it's a goddess lady's body. So it's free your mind and your ass will follow. And they've got psychedelic rainbows and holographic coming out. So that's my big P-Funk, piece.
I know the little one that you made for me that time. I still have that one, man. I keep it in my car. Yeah, the turquoise and blue one. Yeah, I keep that. And that's like my way of always making sure that I try to send you some positive energy and some light and love and all that good stuff, What first got you into traveling to all of these shows and actually being part of what happens in many different cities when it comes to the funk stuff? I'm always curious why people, what first brought them to that feeling of they just got to be at these events, which is great because it helps keep things moving and keeps it alive.
Absolutely. I was very blessed a long time ago to be on Maceo Parker tour with Bernie Worrell and the Woo Warriors, and it was Bucket of Burning Brains, and then going up to New York and personally seeing him as well. Grateful Dead, Fairy, Spirit at Heart, just go shine your love, your rainbows, free your mind, wake people up. If somebody feels down in the corner, they don't know anybody, I'm the one hey, what? Come on, let's go. What's your name? And just being a bright, shiny rainbow up. And sometimes we get dark storms because, funk, life is everything, and that's why they give you a dog sometimes because, we have to make that connection, because if we do not have that connection, what do we have? God gave us a vessel. What are we going to do? Where are we going to sail? What are we going to share? What are we, like Marco Polo, what I got this, you got this. We can bring it together on the table. We're going to eat together because, we love each other. We care about each other, and the funk has always, I get to go to all different types of music venues, music places, and the funk has always, brought me up. You don't feel good, you put the funk to your ear, and that vibration, no matter what, it got you, or at least got me.
Oh, you know what I was going to say too? When you do speak to other Funkateers and we all bond on that same thing. You said something a minute ago that was really touching to me, because you're what do you need? What can I do for you? How can I help you? This, that. And that's what funk really is. That's what, if I had to encapsulate it with a few words, it's hey, what can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? How can I funk you? What can I, how can we make something work real quick? That kind of thing. So tell me a little bit more about your artwork and stuff like that.
I like to do spirit medicine animals and plant medicine. So I learned biochemistry and neuroscience as well. And I incorporate all of that into multimedia. I really miss sewing at this time, but I've been working with a lot of resin items. And my one-eyed Willie skulls I'm working on has all the travels of all the treasures I found, and they're all in place, and they all have stories. So I get to be a storyteller while I do my traveling. Traveling helps, exercising, getting out into nature. and nature's important.
So listen, when we get ready to do this thing tonight, what are some of the favorite songs that you're looking forward to that you actually came down to actually hear, since it's the 50th anniversary of this Chocolate City thing?
Oh, it's going to be a sentimental journey.
Well, there you go. I guess you heard it there. Thanks for popping on, Crystal. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm going to get Kenny on, and I'm going to get Stuart on. I got a few more people. I got Count Funky over here in the corner. I got my man over here from my LA Maggots, my main dog. And we're going to get him on, too. No, you ain't hiding. No, you ain't hiding. None of that. And look who's sitting next to me right over here. The man.
Yo. What's happening, y'all?
What up, man? How you doing, bro?
What you guys got cooking, man?
Hey, man, it's the same old same, seeing our funk fam and, just hanging out and, just trying to get this salvation on, How about you, man? What you been up to?
Basically, I was out of the loop for a while because I was on Spreaker for like 8 years with a show, Clinton's House of Funk Live. And when they changed their format after 8 years, it kind of like left me in limbo, but it was a good break and I enjoyed having at least 13 months off. And then I got a phone call from Keith Jackson and he asked me to join the pfunkradio.com. And I didn't even hesitate. It was a no-brainer for me at the time. So I joined the board and the rest is history from here. I'm going to try to keep the funk alive just like all the rest of us do. And what Tony and you guys be going down, you guys are keeping it alive. And that's what we need to keep the generation of the next to know, like, this is where it all starts. It's I guess you could say it evolves is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It's funny because I get a chance to meet new people every time I come, know. And I had never formally met you. I know obviously who you are, but I never got a chance to really to meet you and shake your hand. And I've been laid up with some stuff, and so I feel like this is a baptismal for me again. I feel like it's my first one. I feel like it's my first day of school. I'm just so happy to be here and to see everybody. And what first got you into the funk though? What was one of the very first songs that you heard, or was it just the movement itself?
I think it was the movement itself was, I guess, the main thing for me. I always loved music, and to me, having that type of history, because I grew up, I'm the youngest of four. So I went through the Motown stage with my sister. She was the oldest. And then I came into the Funkadelic when my brothers introduced me and baptized me to that. But yeah, it was an eye-opener, especially my first P-Funk experience going to the Tower Theater on Market Street in Philadelphia. And believe me, I came out of there a changed young man.
Yeah. I know a lot of the times, like you, for me, it was the vibe. I was at the right age at the right time, to catch it all as it was coming through with all that other great music, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and the rock music, and the Zeppelin, and the Funkadelic, and the Parliament, just everything in Bootsy, just all the stuff, the Brides, all that stuff had hit, and coming off the tail end of the James Brown Motown era, and of course the Woodstock Hendrix era. I was so happy that it had actually, branched off into all of that other stuff. It was a great time to be alive.
Yeah, definitely that. And I think you hit it on the head right then. But it seems like from when I first started listening to the P-Funk and up until now, it seems like it evolves into something different. And it's funk, but it's a different form. It's not what you're used to hearing, but it's still really good music. And it's a matter of everybody listening. And the thing about it is we got to get it out there a little bit more on the platforms for everybody to get a chance to hear it.
Yeah. So this particular ball, right? We are highlighting the 50th year of that album, Chocolate City, right? And what was one or two of the songs on there that really set the tone and the tempo for that era of protest and the socialization of the funk, and how, as Black people, that was one of the things that we gravitated to because we were getting jerked around politically, as it is now. You know what I'm saying?
It was definitely making political statements back then. Each song had a meaning to it. It wasn't about the crazy name. The crazy names to me were a way to get your attention to say, hey, look, this is what's going on around you. And you have to be aware of that. And they're making you publicly conscious to what's going down. And what album did, say that again? I couldn't hear you.
No, I was just saying that because that song came out in such a highly polarized era, right?
Yeah.
And with it being Chocolate City, the White House covered in chocolate, you know, because it's the 50th anniversary. I was thinking as a kid, it was such a positive, powerful thing. Like, hey, there can be things that Black people can obtain in this world, you know, because that was amazing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Chocolate City was definitely amazing. My brother Tommy turned me on to that one, man. When we were doing it in his car, I think he had a Plymouth Fury, and of course we had a couple rolled up. And he said, check this out, and put it in. And we heard Chocolate City, and the first jam I heard was Chocolate City. But the lyrics in it was talking about the time. This is what's going on around you right now, okay? And what is it? You don't need the bullet if you got the bounty or whatever.
It was very much prophetic, very much so.
Yeah,
you know, as is a lot of the funkadelic stuff.
Yeah, a lot of it did. And the difference between the Parliament was a little bit more, I would say, production-wise, and the funkadelic was just raw, straight up. I'm in your eardrum type of stuff, man. So it's all good.
Yeah. I tell you, you know, thank God, because I know many a night when I was in that space and then I could put on some of their music and I knew, like, if you just felt like you were connected to something bigger than you know what I mean? And that's when I was a young teenager, and, you know, you're trying to find your way, and, you know, things ain't like they want to be, and you're trying to, you know, learn how to play, and you hear this song, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I could put on this song, and then, you know, I'll feel okay. You know, I'll feel good. You know,
that's true, man. You hit it right on the head. I couldn't agree with you more. It's more of the impact of socially, making you socially conscious of what's happening, man.
Yeah.
And we're not, if we do, you're getting censorship nowadays, you know, just look what's happening now. If you look what's happening now with the way they're trying to stop you from saying what's on your mind, and if you say something that makes sense and it happens to shine a light on someone, and they seem to kind of can get on you about that. We got a crazy guy in the White House right now, and I would love to see it painted black again.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I thought about that too, because I was playing that disc martial law the other day, right? Now think about it, right? It's gonna take martial law. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here we are. And like you said, to me, we as artists have a responsibility to do what we can to fight back, because this dude's trying to take away free speech. He's trying to definitely take away anything that Black people ever did, brown skinned people ever did. You know, he wants to make it like we don't even exist, you know, and again, music is a huge part of why the world goes around the way it does. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to try to take that away. It's like, we can't have that. We got to fight.
True.
No way around it.
True that, man. And it, like I said, it's one big world that we live in, and it's like all around the world for the funk, everyone.
Hey, ain't that the truth, bro? We're going to get out of here on that note, man. I'm glad I got a chance
Not
to meet
a problem.
you.
Thank you for having me
and
on.
listen, you know, we'll get together, exchange some numbers, and then we can do like a full podcast, because I do it every Saturday. You know, I'd love to have you come on, tell your backstory, bring whoever you want, man. And, you know, we can go from there, man. But, you know, I'm just honored to be in your presence, bro. And it's a blessing, man. So thank you.
It's an honor, too. I'd like to thank everyone. Also, Dr. David Bruckenstein, man. Can't say no more without my brother.
Dog.
I'm telling you. It's a host. Glad to be here. Thank you, everyone. Peace.
Peace out. Peace out. We have a plethora of guests. Mr. Mitchell, you want to join us? Or Count Funkula, you want to join us? Yeah, man. Pop on in down there to the podium, the legendary podium.
Right.
Look, see now everybody's like, I'm not sure. Okay, come on, Jeffrey. Oh, he got Count Funkula? Okay, great. Well, I'm really, this ain't the show for that. This ain't the show. No, this ain't what we'll do a full-time show for that. This is just about the ball.
Oh, man.
Oh, we got a legend right now from the T, Count Funkula. Y'all all know this brother as that. So if you at home and you know about any funk and you know about the legends of the funk, then you know about this brother right here, Count Funkula. Welcome, sir, and how are you? So nice, thank you.
What's happening? All right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. So tell me your landing spot today here, your journey. Why you rolled up in this joint?
Well, I found out about it at the last minute, and somebody mentioned the Funkers Ball, and they said it's tomorrow. I told them, let's go. So we're here trying to meet people, and having a good time. So, and people really need to come here and enjoy this. So.
Yo, man. So with your handle, and like I said, I've only known you from social media, but I've been following you, man. Like I just didn't know who you were, man. So I got to give you mad respect because I had no idea that you was like sitting right over here next to me. So I want to thank you first of all and say thank you for that, allowing me that, man. But tell me a little bit about your background, and where the funk lies in your life, bro.
Okay, well, I'm from Compton, California. I'm a tar babe for all the Compton fans. I'm a Compton tar babe. Left that, did my service thing, did my music thing in the service while I was in the Navy. Left Navy, went to Grambling State University, did my thing at Grambling. And a dude named Donnie Sterling came to me one day and said he needed a drummer in Detroit. And Donnie Sterling from the Sterling Silver Starship Band. 1979, I ended up in Detroit. Things just kind of took off. Just kind of took off from there, and I'm still doing music. The Outlaw, Count Funk, the Sisters of Funk, we still doing that. Got a lot of things on the table, and I got to get them going, man. So y'all can hear this.
See, that's why I think I knew you from the Sisters of Funk. That's where that name, where I was because I'm going through my mind right now. Because forgive me, I've had cancer. I got chemo brain fog, and I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to connect like who with who. But when you said Cal, I was like, okay, Sisters of Funk. See, now that I've seen that a lot, and that's where I've seen your name associated a lot with, man. And what do you play?
Huh?
What instruments do you play?
Whatever you put in front of me.
Wow, see, that's what's up. That pretty much says it all.
Yeah, I'm basically a drummer and a horn player.
Okay.
But this other stuff, when you've been a band leader for so long and you're telling people how to play the instruments, you learn how to play them because it's better to show them than to tell them. And I'm just enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I got. And it's a good thing that I've been the guy kind of undercover because I've been around for a long time and people never knew who I was.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Hey, let me tell you, that's why when I meet people, I always try to find out, like, what their scope is when it comes to like why they do what they do. Because when you ask somebody and they tell you why they do what they do, it gives you good insight into what they feel about the music, and I could tell just by, you talking to me for like 2 minutes, like you're that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you,
when
man.
you meet somebody that's that guy, it goes without saying, because you said Gabe is your nephew, right?
Huh? Okay. Well, they get ready for the show and the drummer is playing, so it's hard for me to hear you. And I'm
killing me.
I'm grooving to his beat. And
He's
trying to
killing
listen
me.
to you, but repeat that again.
But yeah, you said you related to Gabe, right?
Say it one more time.
Gabe.
What about Gabe?
You related to him?
Yeah, me. Yeah, it's an echo in here. Anyway, yeah. Did you ask about Gabe? Yeah, me and Gabe rode down here from Detroit. He was the one that told me. He said, "Man, the ball is tomorrow." So,
right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cause see, I've been knowing him for a while too.
Oh yeah.
But that's where I kept seeing your name pop up in reference to being around his thing in the Enema Squad and all of that as well. I don't know if you have performed with him or not, but I always seen your name, Count Funkula. So I never knew who you were, but I'm glad I got a chance to meet you, though. I really am.
Right. Yeah. That's the good thing about having a character. When you're out of character, nobody knows you.
Yeah.
So like they say right now, I'm incognito right now.
Yeah. So what else you got going on in the future? What else you got popping?
I'm pushing a Count Funkula project with different facets and styles of how I play. Because I'm basically like a fusion drummer years back. And I'm not that guy no more on the drums, but I still got that fusion roots in me. So with the fusion mixed with the funk, I'm going to give them a little, show people I am a musician, but keeping it funky. But my biggest project that I really want, I got to finish the Sisters of Funk. I know people miss Parlette, they miss the Brides and the Real Girls group, and I like writing for girls, and I just want to keep that Ladies of Funk thing going with my Sisters of Funk. We just try to get that bond with that sisterhood of the ladies in funk. That's it.
Yeah. I know up in the D, because Amuka Kelly is a good friend of mine as well, Sheila, you know. And yeah, I've been knowing her since like 98, you know. And she was the one that first turned me on to a lot of the people that was hanging out up there, and a lot of the cats that were getting on with George and them, or some people that was underground, you know. And she would tell me all you guys' names, but I could never put the name to the face. And over the years, I've been blessed to do that, and I got to tell you, man, it's special. It's special.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's special, Sheila's a sweetheart. She's,
she is.
She was. I remember there. She was there before I got there. She's a sweetheart, man. And it's a lot of history with the ladies. Very beautiful lady.
Yeah. It's nice. Like I said, here we are in 2025, and we have a chance to make our voices heard. And that's why I encourage any artist, spoken word, man, get out there and put it out there, man, because, you know, this Project 2025, as we see, was a real thing by the government. We see how they doing us. We see how they treating us, and we got to push back somehow, and we can do it with our art.
Well, you know, they mentioned that 2025. And it's surprising me, that ain't nothing new.
Right.
That's always happened. So what's the problem? So you refocusing on an issue that's been here forever. And we've been striving. Just keep pushing forward. That's just some blah, blah, blah. Keep pushing forward. Ain't nothing changed for us. And the only time anything is going to change for us is when we make the change.
That's right. That's right.
And the thing is, quit getting sidetracked every time they throw you something. And when you finally figure it out, it's the same thing. You'd have missed out on too much. It's like Charlie Brown, blah, blah, blah. When I hear that, blah, 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 and I just keep going. So that's what we got to do. Especially in this funk music, man. It's so much new funk out there. And I have to admit, I haven't heard no funk that I ain't liked. I mean, people, I don't know who these people are that's been sending all this funk to my page. All these different names. I'm like, God, there's some funk out there, and the world needs to hear this, man. So, funk ain't gonna die. As long as we got people with that kind of drive and this good music I'm hearing.
Yeah. You know, when we think about music today, and we have these discussions, because I'm an OG like yourself, digital, and I use some digital stuff, but not a lot. But I do digital because I like the farm stuff found in my music, and they send it back. But there's something about playing real live music as opposed to one guy or two guys just sitting down and just like computerizing it, and not to take away from their skill, but it's gone too far to the other side, I believe. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, as a musician, in the beginning, I hated it. But Craig Lang, my original keyboard player, he's Mr. Groove for One Way right now. And Craig is the one that made me change. He said, Lonnie, that computer stuff is the best bandmate you're ever gonna have. You only have to pay for it once. They never late. They never miss a beat, and they're consistent. When you start to consider the computer like a faithful band member, it's easier to work with. Craig gave me that concept, and I believe him because I was knocking people to play with tracks. I had to ask other musicians, you think you can just get on and play drums on the track and lock it? So I'm adapting it, man, because it's the future. We can take it like this. When they invented a car, and the people who was in the horse and wagons talking about that car stuff wouldn't work. Just think if everybody would have stayed there. So we can't leave the funk where we found it. We have to keep moving. So with this technology, you got to get in where you fit in. And I'm just starting to understand that. I'm still an old school. You're still gonna get the real instruments, but I'm learning to deal with it, man, and it can actually help you because that computer can regenerate some stuff you didn't even know you had in you. So I'm starting to adapt to it. So
I think like for me, it was the same kind of concept where I had to embrace it and I had to understand like how I could make it work for me. Like when it first came through, I didn't really like it because I couldn't really get feelings that I wanted to get. But then once I understood, like, okay, if I'm listening to how Bernie's working that move-based stuff, right? And I'm not a keyboard player, but I like to mess around with that, and I play bass, and I'll do my drum tracks. It took me about 10 years to figure out a pocket with that style using electronics and then mix it in my live guys. It took me about 10 years. But you were right about that because it's never late, always faithful, never get sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always there. It's always there. It's always there. Yep. And now that I kind of have a feel for what it is to sound, and see too, times have changed because it's gotten a lot warmer. Like the tools that we're using now, as opposed to like 20 years ago, are a lot more warmer, and there's so many different effects and different things that you can actually utilize. That gives you that same kind of sound that you want. Yo, we got a special guest getting ready to pop on over here.
Hey, here's my nephew. He can't go nowhere. I've taken his uncle.
Enema Squad. Gabe Gonzalez in the house.
I'm gonna let Gabe sit down for a minute.
Thank you, Count Funkula.
Yeah.
Man, what's up?
Brother? How you doing, man?
I'm out.
Number 9.
So good to see you, man. What you been up to, bro?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, man. I'm all right. Everything is good. I'm here. I'm smiling, So it's what we do, man. I know I'm watching all the good things that you be doing, man. And it's like, yo, I'm just happy when all that new music always comes out. What you got new popping?
Hey, man. You got Dr. Brooks in the house. That's all. I'm like stunned right now. So, yeah.
Hey, Lisa. How you
I'm
doing,
here for y'all. I know y'all gonna funk it up, man. I'm about to interview you. So
you gonna sit in? I know you gotta sit in. You gotta get up there and play. You here?
Look, yes, funking up the ozone layer.
Good. That's what's up, bro. Mad success on your show on Wednesday nights, man. You know, DJ Gonzilla, P-Funk Radio, man, that's popping like crazy, bro. Always popping, you know.
Oh, yeah. I need that hat, though.
What you say? So tell me, man, your thoughts on Chocolate City, the 50th year anniversary. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, man, is this live in Memorex? We live, man. Like, come on, man. I had to sit back. Need some headphones with this, man. So, are we on the front seat?
Yeah, we on the front seat. The front seat.
Man, this dude got all these books and shit. Hold on, oh yeah. Seth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show it
you live, bro, on the front seat.
See, my boy can see it, but I'm not gonna let him touch it.
Hold on.
You good, bro? You good? Everything good. You good.
These
are good.
Live.
What time y'all performing?
I think it's at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I think it's at 8 o'clock, yeah.
Well, I'm here for it. Look, I just came to support. I'm hanging out, man. I ain't even trying to get too deep with it, but you know, I was at home and things got funky, so I figured let me make it funkier and come on down here.
Yo, man, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. You know, I appreciate you, my brother, as always.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. You know, I didn't know if you was gonna make it or not, but I'm happy to see you, man. So you know, it does my heart good. You know, you're my dog, right?
Right.
And believe me, I got something for this summer as well. I'll be calling you.
Yeah, man.
All right, bro.
So I got some things coming up, man. You gotta catch me if you're up there. Blackbird, November 27th, Jimi Hendrix's birthday, New York City.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What
Bird will be taking flight.
Okay.
And I gotta get you back on my show too, man.
Yeah, man.
That drop, man, and I know you got some new stuff you working on, right?
Yeah. You know, I had some stuff done, so I've been out of the loop for a minute. That's why you ain't really seen me a lot. But you know, I be behind the scenes. But you know,
well, I did play drums for his band, y'all. If y'all didn't know, so I'm kind of
they know.
Honorary nappy head.
That's right.
Army cadet myself.
You a funk soldier? They know that.
You already know.
They already know.
Yeah.
That's why I say when we come closer to you. You know, I'm definitely I'm working on some stuff already for 2026. For sure.
Right.
For sure, bro. That's a given. Shout out Lisa Love. What's up? West Coast in the house. Yeah, I'm back. Back on the grind.
I'm with you. Let me get you back to Dr. Brooke, man. I'm see you.
All right, bro. I get up with you, man. I'll see you later. Did I see Mark over there?
Mark's over here. Mark's over here.
Yo, we got to get my man Mark on. Where's Mark at? Uh-oh. We got to get all the Funkadelics on.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Where's Mark at?
Mark, come over here.
Mark, what up? The D.
I'm sitting down.
How you been, bro? Welcome, Funk from the Front. Welcome, bro.
What's going on, number 9? You all right?
Doing good, man. How you doing, man? It's so good to see you.
I'm doing good, man.
Good.
No complaints.
You always got that Detroit funky smile that I love, bro. But every time I see you,
hey man,
you light up.
I gotta represent Zach a little bit, you know.
You light up, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for always supporting all these, all the funk. You always down with it, always supporting, all the funk shows around the world, man. You be support,
I'm filled with the funk from the feet on up, brother.
There you go, man. Yo, so how was that thing that Boosie did in Detroit? How was that thing?
What's that?
I saw you was there. The thing that Boosie did?
Yeah, man, it was a bomb, man. Like, so I engulfed myself in like 3 days of Boosie. Like Thursday, he had an album signing, meet and greet at this place called Rock City in Detroit. So I went to that. I got to meet Boosie. He signed my album, and he actually like when I walked up, was my turn to go up the scene. I told him my name. He said, "I know you. You on Facebook." I was like, "Wow," So he was real cool, man, and so I met him. I talked to Patty for a minute, and so then the next day they had a tribute concert at the Detroit Music Hall with Zap, One Way, and they had a local group.
Right.
So Boosie and Patty was kind of up in a little balcony area by themselves, but everybody could see them. But they had their own little area, and so eventually Boosie came down on the stage, and he came through the crowd. He hugged us and everything, and just walked around. And so then Saturday they had the Detroit Bass Day.
Wow.
Which is at the Motown Museum. And so I went to that too. So they had Boosie in this house that was next to the museum, and he was on the porch. And so I went up and talked to him. I went up, it was people just trying to get his autograph, but they had this rope where you couldn't get up to the porch to see him. And so he ended up seeing me, and he remembered my name, and he's like, "Mark, what's up, man? Come on up here, man." And I came up there and kicked it with him for a minute, man. So the whole week, it was just the all Boosie show for me, man. That whole 3 days.
Yeah. Well, thank you, because you know what? Because that's how I was keeping track of it. I was following all your posts and your videos. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know
that was great, man, because a lot of times when things are happening around, the world or whatever, and if one Funkateer can't be there or another one, at least the Funkateers that are there always let us know what's happening and keep track.
Yeah, man.
And that's the beauty of the whole funk thing, man. And don't forget, you guys are watching 9 on the Crying TV, Funk from the Front Seat. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are back. I'm a little shaky, but I'm still back. And don't forget this, smash that like button for me, man. Let's try to get as many subscribers as we can. Smash that like button, smash, and then smash it again. Then tell your friends to smash it. So we appreciate you guys for always hanging on. But Mark, you've been a true funk soldier, and we've been knowing each other online for a long time, man.
Right,
man. You always support Naphead Funk Army music. Everything that we do, you come right out and jump right on it. And I just want to tell you face to face and tell my public out there, man, that this brother has always been down with us, and I appreciate that. That means,
Zach, I love you, man, and I love your music. And I was sitting at home the other day, and I got this. It was back in the day. I signed up for the NFL Red Zone channel on DirecTV, and they gave me this yellow penalty flag. And I seen it the other day, and the first thing I thought of was you, man. I was like, there's a flag on the front. And I just threw it up in the air. I said, that's for my boy Zach.
Well, thank you. Because, right now we got a flag on America right now, man. Because, we throwing the flag on this dude for sure. He got to be ejected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need multiple flags for this cat, man.
This dude got to be ejected, bro, because he's killing us.
Hey, man. A 15-yard penalty, man, and lost him down for that cat, man.
That's right. And true that, because our perception and our reality, are what they are. So as long as we keep our reality positive and keep that funky, our perception will be all right. We just have to always support each other and keep that in mind.
That's right,
again,
man.
This is a fraternity.
Funk above all, man. United, as you say, united we stand.
And divided we fall,
That's right.
And this fraternity, this is why we do what we do, I guess, as far as having these events and showing up to different events and You know, being able to, see each other once, 2, 3, 4 times a year. And, I got people from the West Coast. Jeffrey Mitchell is here. And then, people from Compton, people from Detroit, and people from DC and, North Carolina and,
man.
Virginia. So it's great to see and great to feel. And let me tell you, you're one of the first brothers I always look for. And I can't thank you enough, bro. I appreciate you,
No
man.
doubt
Man,
about
love
it.
you.
Zach, you was the first, like, when I came to my first ball, you might have been like the first or second brother I met.
Yeah.
Remember we was at that sessions when Stoles and all them was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, at DM Jones. You came in, we knew each other a little, but you came in and sat right next to me and showed me love, man. So I'll never forget that, man. And we've been funking from that. Me and you've been
ever
funking
since
from that day on, man. So
ride or die, bro.
Man.
Ride or die.
Ride or die.
Yep. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go enjoy the rest of the day's festivities. I think we get ready to do the trivia too, because I know I got to get off the air. But if you see Shirley Clinton, ask her if she wants to pop on real quick. But I know they want to start the trivia game, so I think that's about like another 15 minutes or so. But I'm not sure. But all the Funkateers. Oh, we got one more Big Funk Robbers in the house.
Hey, man.
Yeah. This is the production area. That's the stage area. All right, bro. I love you, Mark.
I love you too, Zach, man. If I see her, I'll send her your way, brother.
All right, man.
Much love to you,
Mallory's
man.
in the house, my dog, man. My road dog. Thank you.
Peace.
Oh, man. What's happening?
We're blessed to have another. And when I say blessed, I mean blessed to have another brother get ready to sit down. Big Funk Rob is here. Big Funk Rob is here.
Get my gear set up. Yeah. So we can go ahead and
he's the drummer for the festivities for tonight. Getting down won't be coming up.
Here we go. All right.
He's a pastor, a minister. Ministers online on Facebook. Y'all can catch his Sunday services.
Okay, what I done messed up.
On Sunday mornings. No worries, bro. You good, bro? Nothing. You don't do anything. You just hang out. And
Wow.
Talk to it. How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I can't complain. I won't complain. It's a good day. It's a good day. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. Surgeries, me. I got to have one once a year. So I'm all right. I'm here.
Okay.
I was catching your services, though, man. I was like, what day is it? Sunday. And I was like, oh, okay, let me catch it. Tell everyone what time you do church on Sunday mornings. And
well, we're on Facebook Live at 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. I try to draw from a text of scripture and see what we can draw from the scriptures for just such a time as this, because where we are right now, where this country is headed right now, this is a good time to be praying. If you know the words and the worth and the value of prayer, it's time to pray.
Yeah. I know, we try to, and you've been on my podcast, and I've definitely, supported everything you do. And we try to keep a perspective, because this music thing is such a creative thing. Sometimes it can help you get into a place where you lose track of the reality. And when I talk to you, you always seem to be able to snap me back to that reality of certain things,
Well, one thing about it, music is vibrational. Music is spiritual. Those frequencies, they affect us in different ways. That's why we have to be careful about what we're listening to and what we allow in through our eye gates and our ear gates into our spirit. We have to be careful. There are messages, and subliminal messages in music and in the frequencies and things like that, and that affects us. And there's work, studies have shown that.
Yeah. When it comes to the funk in particular, and how it has so many different genres mixed up in it.
Mm-hmm.
and how each of us draw from something different in it. And then we all meet at the one, the power of the one. Tell me your perception of the power of the one and what that means to you.
When I think about the power of the one, I think about unity. I think about unit, one unit, unity. I think about you being united. And when I think about this thing called the funk, it says everything is on the one. When you meet on that one, at that place on the one, for that instant, in that time, we're on one accord. We're on the same vibe, and it's a positive vibe.
Yeah.
You know, and it goes across all socioeconomic lines. It goes all across all gender lines. It goes across all racial lines. One thing about funk is it is a uniting force, and I believe it's stronger than the forces that try to tear us apart.
So do I. So do I. I've seen the game from both inside and out, you know, as well as I know you have, you know, and it's always good to understand that there are more of us that are on the good side of that ledger pushing up than there are on the downside of that ledger trying to pull down. You know, that's what it comes down to. You know, that's what it comes down to, man. Either you're going to push up and lift up, or you're going to do that other. Ain't no in between.
That's right.
Now, it's psychological warfare.
Yeah. Yeah. And for those of us who know what it's like, those of us who have been in the water, we know what it's like to be wet. Okay, I'll use that as an analogy. Those of us who have been through some things, we owe it to ourselves as well as those that are coming behind us to reach back and be for them what somebody was for us when we were going through what we were going through.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about this funk, this music, you know, because it's unifying. It's not a divisive thing. The message is not a divisive message, and it works. It works.
Yeah. I always felt that way. I mean, you know, you meet somebody, and of course you're gonna have your little things here or there, but I've never met a Funkateer that didn't embrace me like this. So I just try to give that back, and like most of us that give that back, you know, it's given us a lot.
Right.
You know, I can't even count the blessings that I've received just from being in the funk game.
Well, this Funkateers Ball 9, that in and of itself to me is a miracle. We've done this 9 times. This is the 9th time. If it hadn't been for COVID, this would have been the 10th one.
Yeah.
And so in the 9 Funkateers balls that we've had, people have met each other. That's mine. People have met each other. There are friendships that have been established that people have made coming to Funkateers balls that have gone back all across the country and around the world. I want to give a shout out to my man Hab over in Germany. You know, we met him here at Funkateers Ball 3. He came to see us from Germany for Funkateers Ball 3, and Joran over in Europe. A shout out to him. You know, everybody that tunes in and tags in from time to time, just to let us know that, hey, even though I'm not here in person, we funkin' with you overseas. So I like that about this because it's spreading.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I wanted to mention on this one, and like you said, it would have been number 10, but we got to go back to the beginning, which I think you were part of, right? That very first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before we even talk about the artists, Brenda Honeybee Robinson and Dr. G.
Yes.
We cannot go without mentioning the cornerstones of that. And you would be better to explain that to our audience.
If it had not been for Dr. G with no degree, George Darden III. If it hadn't been for Brenda Honeybee Robinson, we might not have this Funkateers ball thing, because when I met Brenda at the Funk Parade down on U Street, you know, I told her, I said, you know, what I would like to do is put a band together and redo the 1977 Parliament Live Landing of the Mothership. I wanted to do that as a band. She had been heading an organization. It was her desire to bring the mothership back to DC and see the mothership land in DC one more time. And then we met up with Dr. G, and he had this idea of bringing all the Funkateers together. And we sat down and we started working, and it was, everything was almost in place. But then Julia Ridgely showed up, and she brought expertise that we needed, and it seemed like everybody had their lane. And we started working on this thing, and we were able to pull off Funkateers Ball 1, you know, and out in Greenbelt. And then we saw that it was something good. I said, well, we're gonna try it again. But we had no idea that what began with 4 individuals with like minds and a desire to spread the funk, we had no idea that it would grow to be 9 events through COVID, and it's still here. And like I said, it's been a journey. We've lost Dr. G, and we lost Brenda Robinson. We lost DJ Mike Hall, who were all members of the Chocolate City Alliance.
Yeah, Julie Rigsby especially too. Shout outs to her.
And now with Tony Cam and Julia Ridgely, the Chocolate City Alliance is still doing this thing, and we are here. And I'm sure those who have gone on, like I said, Dr. G, Brenda, and DJ Mike Hall, I'm sure they are looking down and smiling right now as we keep the vision going.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I hadn't been to the Smithsonian, but when I came to one of the balls, I was like, oh, I got to get there now to go see the mothership exhibit.
Right.
You know, so it was an extension because I made a whole weekend. Well, I forgot which one it was I came to, but I had made a whole weekend of it, you know. And had it not been for Brenda Robinson, who I gave my one song to, Revolution, on CD, and she was taking Mike Hampton, her and Keith was taking Mike Hampton back to the airport, I think, or train station. But, you know, Mike said, hey, man, I heard that song. He's like, that was really nice. And Brenda gave it to Keith. Then that wouldn't have started the whole locomotion for me to get entrenched into the P-Funk radio crowd.
Right.
That music. And then revitalizing my whole career. It changed the whole destiny of everything that I've done. Since then, there'd be no Napier 2.0 if it wasn't for Brenda giving Keith that one disc.
Right, and a big shout out to Keith Jackson, who is keeping Brenda's memory alive and things like that. We shout out Keith and the work with P-Funk Radio, and we are going to continue this thing and continue doing this thing. And wait a minute, y'all forgive me. I got to. Come on in.
Yeah, we got to get Sonya on. Get on. We need
you
guys on.
Come on down here. Y'all look. Ooh, look who I'm getting some love.
We got to get Sonya on that.
Ooh, look who I'm getting some love from right now. Yeah, look. My day is.
What's up, sweetheart?
Oh, how you doing, dear? It's good to see you. Yes, indeed. We gonna do this thing this evening. Yes, indeed. Okay.
Wait, I can't see Sonya. I want to ask her something.
All right, come on. Sit
yeah,
down.
You ain't getting away that easy.
You're
not getting away that easy.
Sit down. There you go.
Okay. All right.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm better now than I was last night. Thank you. But I just wanted to say, man, for those that don't know, Sonya go hard, all in the paint, all the time for the funk. This woman, nobody goes harder in the paint for the funk than this woman. So when you're on Facebook and you see Sonya Murphy, this is Sonya Murphy. All right.
Hey.
How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Family's all right, and everybody.
Yeah, everybody's good. Thank you.
That's good. That's good, man. I was so happy to see you guys. So tell us when you first understood, and you follow every type of artist out there, because I follow you, I know, and we've talked about music a lot, right?
Right.
When you decided that you were going to just like, look, this is what I do, right? What was it in you that said music was just going to be a huge part of your journey on this planet? Because I'm always fascinated with that. Like, you go to so many shows, you're so knowledgeable about Prince and this and that. So what was it inside of you that you knew from the get-go?
It just happens. It's something inside of me. It just, when I hear music, I just go with the flow. And so it's just natural to me.
Yeah.
It just comes natural.
Yeah.
And I like to support everybody.
Yeah.
And it's just what I do now. It makes me happy. It's like, it's just in my blood.
Yeah. Believe me, you do. I don't know how you have the time. Because I see you, and I'm like, when did she, like, how? And that's a beautiful thing.
Life is too short. Life is too short. You got to find time. You got to make time for stuff that you want to do, because, you never know when it's going to be over for you. So I just like to enjoy the time that I have here on this earth, and that's what I do.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, you always got that amazing, beautiful smile.
Thank you.
And you support everybody.
Thank you.
And when I talk to you privately, we have our conversations, whatever. But most of the time, when it's always at a venue or something, man, and you're always there at these venues, and I just applaud that. I tip my cap to that, because you're one of the first ladies of funk. I don't care what nobody says.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Zach.
Facts.
Facts.
We know, we watch, we see. All right, we know. So I appreciate your time. Namaste. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do what you do the rest of the day. But thank you for popping on Funk from the Front Seat. The one, the only, the legendary, go hard all the time in the paint, Sonya Murphy, yo.
Oh,
that woman is incredible. Let me tell you
yes,
something.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Go hard in the paint. So Rob, what you got going on in the future as far as musically? Not so much the balls, but we're going to be doing these. But what else do you got popping that's going to be popping up in 2026?
Well, 2026. First of all, I just have to keep it real. We got to make it to 2026. And I'm saying we're gonna take this thing one day at a time, and ain't gonna be no tricks in 2026. Okay, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be just fine. We're gonna be just fine. There's some other things coming down the pike. I think George said it best. He said, "Funk never arrives because it's forever coming."
Yeah.
There's some new things coming.
Yeah.
All you got to do is keep your eyes and ears open.
That's right.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's on that stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Few surprises, right?
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
There's some other things coming. There's some other things.
Yeah. I think as we grow, now that we kind of have connected real hard with the West Coast, I think it's all gonna come together this year. This is the year. Coming up, 26.
I would love to see it happen, because that's one of the things I like to do. I was just telling Jeffrey out there a little while ago. I like to unify. I like to bring people together, and I like what I see them doing out there on the West Coast. I've had a chance to go out there and sit in with Oli Miro and with my man Barry Chenault, and things like that. And I would love for the East Coast and the West Coast Funkateers, the East Coast Funk Mob and and the LA maggots, the West Coast maggots, we could get together with everybody and all y'all from down south and just do one big thing, celebrating this thing called funk.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
love to see that happen.
Yeah. It's funny because because Lisa and I talk about Lisa Love out there, and we kind of working on some things. But I'm definitely having as many of my West Coast funk brothers and sisters, come this way, or either we go there. It don't always have to be them coming here. It could be us going there too. But that come together unity thing, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah,
I think
and all we got to do is keep working and keep this thing alive and pass it on to the next generation. We can't drop the torch. We got to pass the torch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We got to pass the torch.
Yeah.
I
believe that wholeheartedly. Would you guys like to pop on here to my other friends, just strolling through purple, but you'd have to go on that camera down there.
All right, look, I got to take off. I'm gonna put you on back in here with Dr.
All
Brooks.
right, Rob. All right, man. I see you in a bit.
Good to see you all. And I got to take off now. I'll see you.
And I'll be done in 10 minutes, so you don't have to sound check until then. Yeah, man. Pop on for a second so everybody can say hello.
Over here.
Hello. Nothing but the funk in the house. Yo, bro, how you been, man?
Funk.
Tell my audience who you are and what you're about.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Tell my audience who you are and what you are about.
I am Robert Penix, and I'm all about the funk and all about the art in music.
So I have to tell you, I wanted to personally, now I can thank you on the air because you and your beautiful wife showed up to our show that we did in Roanoke, which I thought was amazing, So thank you for that. I appreciate that. But how many Funkateers balls have you been to?
This is the second one.
This is the second one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you in for a treat today.
I can't wait. Love the crew that we're with, so
you in for a real treat.
Yep.
So tell us about your artwork and where people can find it.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Robert Penix Art, Facebook Robert Penix Art. I also sell art on Amazon. All those outlets. So if you look under Robert Penix Art, and on Instagram is Robert Penix Art _ Robert Penix _art. On Facebook, it's just Robert Penix Art Photography. I used to do a little photography back in the day, but now I'm concentrated mostly on art that deals with social awareness, pieces that make people think, not negative things, but show them the history of how African Americans are treated, in communities, United States, all over. So that's what my art's about.
Yeah, I'm sure that with all the stuff happening today, you're inspired. There's so many different ways you can take it. And I like you said the positivity part, because we all can look at the negative stuff, which we all know about. But right now, as artists, there's enough of us that are putting out that hardcore message. And sometimes I think it's nice to have a little softer message where people can absorb it, still get the same meaning, but it doesn't have to hit them over the head like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, I'm not trying to force anything on anyone. I'm just trying to show people that the history of the African American folks are a lot different than they want to portray it.
That's right.
They want to eliminate, erase things that people should know about. That doesn't mean that as an African American community that we hate anyone. We just want to know. We just want people to know that if you don't teach history, you repeat history. So that is what my art is about. Teaching history, not repeating history.
Yeah. Well, I ain't going to hold you. I know you was on a stroll, but I just wanted to make sure I got you in because you my blood brother from another mothership.
That's right.
Robert, thank you for popping on for a second to Funk from the Front Seat.
All right.
And did you bring any of your art today?
I did. I just gave some away to one of the groups that are playing tonight. And And like I said, just check me out on those formats: Instagram, Facebook. Facebook is Robert Penix Art, and photography on Instagram is Robert Penix _art. Just check it out. You'll be surprised. It's all about the history. Okay.
That's what's up, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right, man. Love you.
I see another special celeb, guest DJ in the house. Robin Circle of P. Over there. In my New York accent. Over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. Y'all hang tough as we got about 5 more minutes left, and we're gonna get out of here and let everybody get on with the rest of their day. It's been amazing. Smash that like button. Please subscribe. We are live, coming to you from the Funkateers Ball number 9. We're gonna be getting down and won't be coming up for air tonight. I know now on Sunday mornings, you know where we all are listening. Right here, Robin Circle of P. Right? Here she is, and I know I don't want to strip your last name, because I know you got married.
It's Davis now.
Okay, all right. Robin Davis. How are you, dear? Thank you.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Good. Yeah? You glad to be here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
I know. I'm glad that you're here. On the real low, real talk. What you do on Sundays and how you keep that weekend trend going with your radio show, Robin Circle of P, found on P-Funk Radio, right?
Yes.
It's blowing up to tremendous amounts of numbers and people like that. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm happy about it. And I know people get tired of me saying this, but I do that so I could funk with my friends.
Right.
Everybody posts and comment and do all of that, but I wanted to take it to another level, so we could do something together. It's about unity. That's what George and them said, right, y'all?
Yeah.
Unity, and that's what we do, unify and fellowship every Sunday morning.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't have the strength to really type all the time, but I don't want you to ever think I'm not listening, because I always listen. I have Facebook on 24 hours a day on P-Funk Radio around the clock.
Okay.
So I'm always listening, man. And like I said, it's nice to hear all the music that you promote. It really is.
But you know what? I can barely hear you now.
I know. But I just wanted to make sure I got you on, and I wanted to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was saying thank you. Yeah, for doing all that you do.
Yeah. Well, it's all we funk. That's what we do.
Yep. And as you guys can hear in the background, you can hear in the background, they get ready to sound check. So we're gonna have to get off shortly. But this is Robin Denson Austin Davis. You can find her on Sunday mornings on P-Funk Radio, Robin Circle of P, the P-Funk
10 o'clock
family.
to 12:30.
Yep. All right, love, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, that was short and sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. So for those of you that are watching, you've been privy to some of the backstage stuff. Thank you, Dr. Brookenstein. I just want to ask my producer, Mr. Mark Lee, would you like to jump on really quick before we get out of here? And I want to thank everybody that tuned in from the West Coast, Lisa and Cindy, and George the Funk of Vinci down in Texas, and everybody else that was watching and put in your comments. But Mark, would you like to jump on before we get off? Because I do know it's going to get massively loud, and then we won't be able to hear anything. But it's all good.
I'll pop on in and everything. Amazing show, amazing guests that you had and everything like that. So I was definitely checking them out, seeing all the amazing folks that you have over there with you at the party and all along those lines, and wishing that I was over there as well. But I know y'all are going to represent. I know that Tony Cam will represent. I should be there with my shades that look like Tony Cam and everything like that. But I was definitely glad to see all those amazing people, and it looks like it's going to be one big party. One of these years I'll get there, but all kinds of crazy things are going on at the Cultural Arts Center and in Durham and everything like that. So I will definitely try to make it, but I know that you're going to represent and you're going to rock. And as I told you earlier, on a friend of mine's talk show. I think that was about a few days ago. I mentioned the Funkateers Ball and told them that they needed to go check it out because they were actually doing a show from the DC area. So they are actually there in the DC area. It's a show called Urban Sentinel. That's actually what I mentioned it on, and all along those lines. So they were in that area, and I was like, hey, if y'all in that area, y'all need to go over there and get your funk on and everything like that. So hopefully they will make it since they are in the DC, Maryland area.
Well, David Brooks, you have any last thoughts, sir, or concerns that you may want to say wear your hard hat before we hit the stage?
I want to say Funkateers Ball number 9 gonna be the bomb. It's gonna be the bomb. We still have tickets left for the show. Come down to 8120 Wisconsin Avenue. That's in Bethesda, Maryland. Tickets are still available, $109. Come get your funk on tonight.
It's gonna be all that and then some. Again, I'm just honored and blessed to actually have made it to be here, 3.5 weeks removed from surgery. So,
Zach,
I'm living proof. Miracles
Zach, I know
happen.
we're winding down, but I got to give you some serious praise because it's not always easy, but you were doing a great job as a person on the location reporter, because I was seeing you juggle all of those various interviews. I think that I counted somewhere like 15 or 16. I'll have to go back and watch, but you did a great job, and y'all did touch on the fact that we are in some political interesting times and everything like that, because as I put in the chat, Project 2025 is basically COINTELPRO, so we're in some interesting times and all along those lines. But it was great to see you do a masterful job, and you're always doing a masterful job on this show and everything like that, and I'm glad to be your producer on this show, and we've been doing it for a number of years. Looking forward to some more months of doing this, maybe even some more years.
Looking forward to many more years, bro. As best we can do. It's a day-by-day thing, but don't forget, please subscribe, smash that like button, man.
Yeah.
Because this year we want to see our numbers fly high. This way we can spread more love around, like Lisa Love always says. The more likes, the more love. All right, Tony Kim, you got any last thing you want to say before we get up out of here?
No, sir.
Are you sure? You need to go over there. Over there. Oh, no, the other over there. Over there.
The other over there.
Ain't that right, Lisa? Facts. That's right. That's your saying, sweetheart. The more likes, the more love.
Yo.
Tony, it's all you, bro.
Man, we having a ball at the ball, man. Funkateers Ball 9. Zach, thank you so much for hosting your show here, beaming from your planet. What's up? There go my dude, Mark, right there. What's up? He ain't got no white glasses on today, so I'm down with that right there. But, man, we're having a great time. We're on day 2 right now, and I'm getting ready to go up and host the P-Funk Lyrically Correct, and also the trivia competition, where I know Zach's getting warmed up because I think they're the reigning champions. But yeah, we're going to have a great time. And then from 4 to 7, everybody get that little nap in, get a little eat, because we're going to bring it tonight, starting at 8 o'clock in the ballroom. 7 o'clock, doors open. 8 o'clock, Earthbound Creatures with a tribute to Funkadelics. Let's Take It to the Stage. And followed by the Funkateers Ball 9 All-Star Band tributes to Chocolate City Mothership Connection. Where else you want to be tonight? So if you're in the Bethesda area, or, we'll send the Mothership. If you're in another country, we'll send the ship, pick you up, bring you on here. But get here. People are buying tickets. Like right now, people just staying in the hotel that are not even Funkateers. They're Funkateers now. They're funk infected, as Zach Robinson likes to say. So we're going to have a great time tonight. Funkateers Ball 9 weekend. And tonight is the George H. Darden, the second Funkateers Ball, number 9. So come on through, y'all. Peace. Zach, love you. 9. How you make a 9 with your hands? Just 5 fingers and 4 fingers.
Do I need to do my Anunnaki? You don't want to see that, right? I won't change on stage.
Hey, Zach's going to be doing a tutorial in one of the suites in a little while on how to make a 9 without using your hands.
Pretty much. That says it all. We're going to end with that. All right, standing on the verge of getting it on, y'all. Thank you, everybody, from the West Coast, East Coast, North, South Pole, all around the world for the Funk for the Front Seat, 9 on the Grind TV. This has been an exclusive from FB9, y'all. So we love you. We appreciate you. Hey, this is what we do. Ain't that right? I'll see y'all next Saturday. Peace.
Hey, lady, won't you be my dog? And I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog? And I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog? And I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me. We will do you no harm, other than pee in your bathroom. Hey, lady, won't you be my dog? And I'll be your tree, and you can pee on me.
Dig it, don't mean it's not the thing or thing to do. Could be just for you. Even if you don't feel it right now, don't mean someday it'll turn you out. You'll be out of sight. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm. It's just for you. Just a little bit of effort. I can't eat where we might just turn you on. Change is here and here we are. We're just for you. Stick us in your head, dig us. One time, one time, one time, one time and see. We're just for you. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm. We're just for you. With just a little bit of effort, I can't and will, we might just turn you on. We have come to help people. I'm just from another reality. Through our music we bring you home.
This is what time it is.
On the verge of getting it on, really getting it on. Baby, what you doing? Standing on the verge of getting it on, really getting it on. Song out tonight, oh my soul is out tonight. There's a song out tonight, yo, come on. There's a song out tonight, oh my soul is out tonight. There's a song out tonight, yo, come on. There's a song out tonight. Oh, my soul is out tonight. There's a song out tonight, yo, come on.
This is what time it is.
Even if you don't dig it, don't mean it's not the thing or thing to do. Could be just for you. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm. We're just for you. Fever, what you doing? Standing on the verge of getting it on and getting it on. Fever, what you doing? Standing on the verge.